Hey guys, it's Tony here at Game3rd again, just bringing you another video. Before I get into today's proceedings, I just want to give a couple of shout-outs because I promised that I would do them a few weeks ago and I just haven't got around to doing it. Me and my forgetful head, I just keep forgetting. The first shout-out I want to give you is from a guy that I speak to on Twitter and everything from Germany, Acantophis3rd. He has a fantastic YouTube channel which is Let's Play with A3D, which I'm going to put the link on in the description. He's a lovely guy, he plays loads of PC games such as Dungeon Keeper and Doom 3, and he does lots and lots of Let's Plays, and I believe he's just about to pick up a partnership, hopefully, so we may very well see some console gaming from him. The second shout out that I want to give is for a YouTube channel called PS Collecting, aka Dr. Retro on Facebook. Again, the links to his channel and the Facebook page are going to be down in the description, so go and check out those channels. They're really great guys. PS Collecting essentially does what it says in the description. He just puts up loads of videos of his I mean, just go and check his collection out. It'll have you dribbling at the vag, so to speak. So the reason for today's video, as you can see, we have some footage from Star Wars Battlefront 2 playing on the Xbox, and there is a reason that I'm bringing this out. It's not just because it's a fantastic game. I got in touch with someone, sent me a message on YouTube a few weeks ago now, just essentially pointing me in the direction of a campaign on Facebook that I had no idea that it existed, which was, it's simply a campaign page called Who Else Wants Star Wars Battlefront 3. And again, all these links and everything, just go and check the description. I'll have the links to everything down in there. Don't go ferreting around for it now or whatever. Just watch the video and then go and check it out there. And again, it's pretty straightforward. It's a campaign page on Facebook, just for fans of the Battlefront series. Now, the campaign has already gone over 14,000 likes. And they've just had their 1 year anniversary on the page, and so I'm sure the likes have gone up even more since then. But it's essentially just a campaign which is showing support and demand, more importantly, for a new version of the Star Wars Battlefront games, which I absolutely love. I mean, I did a Star Wars Battlefront game a few videos ago. And I've done one or two on my channel, I think, but I absolutely adore the game. I think it's fantastic. And I mean, according to some of the information on the Who Wants Battlefront 3 Facebook page, the original Star Wars Battlefront game sold over 4.5 million units, and Battlefront 2 sold 6 million units. And as I said to you guys before in the last video, I think Star Wars Battlefront is the biggest selling Star Wars game of all time. I could be absolutely wrong on that. Something might have come and overtaken that grand total, but I don't know what that game is, if there is indeed one. So anyway, he sent me a message on Facebook pointing me in the direction of the Facebook campaign and asked me if I could give any support or anything, and I told him that I'd make a video pointing people in the direction of his campaign, but just because I've got so much on my plate at the moment with exams for university and just, you know, generally actually trying to have a bit of a life outside YouTube, I haven't really got round to it, but I'm just taking a quick break from revision to make this video. So I went on and captured this footage last night. I played through a few of the missions on Battlefront 2. I couldn't really get the hang of this flying thing. I haven't played any of the flying, the space combat missions for ages. It took me bloody ages to get into it again. So I'm just going to go through a few of the things that they request. The guy, I'm not entirely sure of his name, it's either Connor or Michael, one or the other, that he sent me on his email addresses, probably back to front or anything like that. And he sent me through quite a lengthy list of what they are looking for in the game. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire list because I'm not even exaggerating here. It will probably take me about an hour to go through everything that they want in the game. I'm just going to scroll down and give you a few little bits of what they kind of like request and what I agree with, and maybe a few ideas of my own of what I'd like to see in Battlefront 3. See, I'm doing this again, getting the whole Battlefront, Battlefield thing completely and utterly mixed up. So they've got the list, so there's basic requests, advanced requests and everything like that. Some of the basic requests are quite simple, which are the ability to pick up weapons falling on the battlefield. So, you know, if you're playing the Rebel side, you can go along and pick up the Imperial weapons, you know, you can pick up their battle rifles and everything like that. They're also saying that if you're playing as troopers or stormtroopers or clone troopers, that there should be some kind of damage to the armour. Now, not like bits of it are getting blown off in that kind of really shitty, sad, kinky stormtrooper kind of way you see people cosplaying. They just mean kind of battle scarring. You can see some kind of carbon scarring on the armour, or dirt building up, or, you know, something along those lines. They're also requesting for repair bots to return, as they were removed from Battlefront 2. Maps from the previous games should return, but obviously given more of their the movie atmosphere, they're bringing up the example of Utapau here, which in the film was just a gigantic kind of like sinkhole, whereas in the game you were just playing on one flat level. I think what the guys are getting at here is that they're being more of a multi-level thing, so you could jump in one of the clone gunships and actually fly down into the pit and fight it out on multiple levels there. I think they would have to limit it slightly, because you don't want to be fighting across 90 different levels, because it will just seem really, really empty. And they're just asking for some other levels to return, such as the Dune Sea from Return of the Jedi, which would be fantastic, really, if you could be fighting on Jabba's sail barge and the skiffs. That'd be a great idea. Some of the advanced requests that they've got is to have destructible environments, so the effects of war can be seen. Now, that is something that I completely and utterly agree with. I think that if they were going to go to, let's say, the Frostbite 2 engine for this game, I mean, real destructible environments, that would be absolutely fantastic. So they're basically just saying, if you're inside a ship while it's being attacked, you know, it could actually blow a hole in the wall and people can get sucked out into the environment, which again, they'd have to balance that, but I can't see why it shouldn't really be an idea. Another idea that they've got is the choice between single location battles and merged location battles. So, for example, the example they give here is you could just fight for the battle in Theed from the Phantom Menace, just as a single location battle, while as in a merged location battle you can fight in Theed and also the swamps and in the Gungan city with a space battle going on ahead. So essentially larger maps for the planetary battles. Again, it's a really, really great idea. I think if it was balanced, all this stuff depends on the player count, essentially. You know, big maps are all well and good, should the player count match. You know, if you're fighting on this huge colossal level and it's only 12v12, it's going to seem really, really empty. So it all just depends on that, as far as I'm concerned. They've also put in there's a ranking system which grants you new perks, which the state of the games industry today, that probably will be in there. I mean, why they just couldn't leave it? I don't really agree with that. I think they should leave it just the bog standard troop classes, because you know, in Star Wars Battlefront 2 or whatever, you can pick from 5-6 different troop classes. Let's say with a stormtrooper, you can be a trooper, a sniper, the heavy trooper, the biker scout was the sniper, wasn't it? The jetpack troopers. You know, I don't really think they need to be putting in different leveling up to get different perks or anything in there. Because what are you going to do? Call in TIE fighter gunships or whatever? I don't know. They're saying for the graphics to look a lot more realistic and not cartoony. So the battlefield real life looking is the quote that they get here, which again I think would be absolutely fantastic. I don't really mind the art style in the previous Battlefront games that have been out before, but I think probably with the tech that's going on at the minute, they could make it look extremely realistic. They could make a very, very good looking game. I'm not that much of a fan of the whole Clone Wars kind of art style, the cartoony stuff, so make it as realistic as possible. More units on the battlefield for larger battles. Now, I think that's a given. I mean, personally, I'd want to see if it was to come out this gen, which, you know, with all the rumours of the next gen consoles hitting next year, I'd be looking for at least 32 players per side, to be honest. It's the one thing that the console crowd really does lose over the PC crowd, and that's the player count. I know people say that MAG on the PS3 did really have a lot, and it's another one of the bits of content that the guy sent to me in the email, saying that, you know, MAG had 256 player battles, so, you know, why couldn't it be like this? But I've never played MAG, but from what I'm led to believe is that it is 256 player battles, but you're not all on the same map. You're all fighting in different little pockets. It's not like you ever see, you know, you run into a crowd and there's 100 people running towards you around the corner or something. So player count has got to be up. I'd be looking for 32 players a side minimum. You know, it obviously just depends on the tech and what the tech can push, but that's something that I'd be looking for. They've also put a bit of strategy to be had, so I'm just going to direct quote here. Certain locations have a shield generator protecting them from orbital bombardment, which are protected with turrets and surface space ion cannons. So to bombard an area with a shield, the attacker must bring it down with a surface attack. That sounds great. That sounds absolutely fantastic. You could also do the reverse. You could have, such as in the Battle of Hoth, that you've got the ion cannon that you've got to try and protect the convoys of ships from the Star Destroyers and everything outside. And if they're taking a kick in, maybe the Imperial forces could attempt to land troops on the surface to take out that ion cannon, you know, and whoever kind of succeeds that way goes and wins the game. There's lots of stuff they could do with it. They're asking for just more maps, and let me just have another look. So, ranking system, commando class for each faction, capital ships, landing zones, land from space to space contact. I think that's what they were going for in the free radical design Battlefront 3, that you could actually start on land and then go out into space and fly there, or vice versa, start in space on a ship and go down and land on the floor. It's just a shame that we're not going to see that. Going about hero factions not being timed anymore. So when you were the player that actually killed so many of the enemy in Battlefront 2, you know, you'd get the chance to spawn as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Yoda, whatever. But I believe it was a time thing. It wasn't unlimited. But what they're asking for in this is that they actually make it technically unlimited. You give the hero character a health bar, so, you know, as long as they're not getting absolutely panned, then they could survive all the way through to the game. They're giving lots of different game modes here and everything like that, which I'm not, again, I've gone on for too long already. I'm not really going to be going into this. I've been talking about this for 13 minutes now, but I'm going to put all the links to the Facebook page in the description. So if you do want to see Star Wars Battlefront 3, my advice is to go along to the Facebook page and give them your support. Now, it's not necessarily that everything that you put down there is going to be implemented, but I think if the powers that be at Disney now, I suppose, because they've got the license, if they manage to come across the page, or the page is brought to their attention, and they see that, hell, you know, there's 20,000 people or whatever the total is now out there that are actually want this game, then it's something that they're probably going to take action on and just do it. I've gone and joined because I'd give my right nut to get another Star Wars Battlefront game. I think that I was having so much fun when I was playing through these levels just to get this footage. I think I'm actually going to do a complete playthrough of the game again, because it's just so utterly ace. So again, guys, if you've watched this video and you've got some ideas of what you'd like to see in the game, or any suggestions, by all means, drop a comment here. and I can feed the info back to the guys on the Facebook page, or just simply just directly go to the Facebook page. That's probably easier. But, you know, seeing as how you're here and you're watching the video and you've got this far, what did you want to see from Star Wars Battlefront 3? Do you want to see a bigger player count? Do you want to see more levels? Do you want to see a Battlefield style destructible environments within the game? Do you want to have playable fucking Ewoks? What is it? What do you want from Star Wars Battlefront 3? That is the question of this video. Take a deep breath. So guys, Tony here from Game Free Blocks. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, full of fun, hijinks, frivolity and shenanigans. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of Battlefront 3, what do you want to see, and I will catch you in the next episode of whatever, the next video, whatever you want to call it. Take care guys, catch you later.